Tonight we report on what caused a large power outage in Moses Lake and Warden, and we take a look at Ephrata's Miracle on Main Street celebration. What's going on in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Big Bend basketball picks up a couple of wins over the weekend, and Moses Lake wrestlers capture the Inland Empire Classic. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, I'm Jocelyn Rodriguez. A weak system pushing through from the west to the east, but how will it impact our area? I will have all the details for you in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A woman struck a power pole with her pickup Monday morning in Moses Lake, knocking out power for about 4,000 Grant PUD customers. The 2006 Dodge Ram pickup hit and broke the utility pole near the intersection of Wheeler Road and Road M at about 8 a.m., according to Moses Lake Police Captain Dave Sands. The pole held a transmission line which carried power from a substation, PUD spokesman Chuck Allen said. The outage affected more than 4,000 customers in Moses Lake, Warden, and the eastern part of Grant County. The 22-year-old woman driving the pickup complained of neck pain but was not taken to the hospital. A child passenger was not injured in the crash. The crash is under investigation. Sands said fog and icy roads may have contributed to the woman losing control of the pickup. PUD crews restored most of the power to the homes by about 9 a.m. Soap Lake residents shared concerns about the future of the lake during a public meeting on Saturday. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
The debate about the future of Soap Lake continued Saturday morning at the Soap Lake Conservancy's monthly meeting at the Senior Center. The lake's levels have receded in recent years, and residents are concerned about the impact of irrigation runoff being introduced to the lake through the Bureau's pump and groundwater intercept system, which was installed in the 1950s. Operations and Maintenance Manager John O'Callahan has spent 24 years working with the Bureau in the Grand County area. He spent much of his presentation explaining and clarifying how the pump and irrigation system impacts the lake.
So then you might ask, well, how do you know that those pumps, that there's not water migrating from the lake into those pumps? How do we know that we're really intercepting groundwater that's coming from the irrigation project to the lake, as opposed to pumping down local groundwater that's pulling water from the lake out to the pumps? Because we don't want to pull water from the lake out to the pumps. What we want to do is prevent water that's in the surrounding groundwater from migrating to the lake.
The question and answer session was contentious at times, with longtime residents concerned that the lake is in danger of losing the unique mineral content for which it's known, as well as the impact of the changing water levels on lakeside property. Conservancy President John Glasgow said that since the pump and irrigation systems were installed, Soap Lake's mineral content has been cut in half, and once it's gone, it can never be replaced. O'Callahan said he's all in favor of preserving and protecting the lake's ecology, but the best solution will likely involve compromise by both sides. Due to the Bureau's limited funding, he also encouraged the Conservancy to pursue grant money for a new study of the current state of the lake, as the last major study was performed nearly 60 years ago. In Soap Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
A woman reportedly had more than $1,700 worth of items bought with a stolen credit card shipped to her home. Prosecutors charged Nikita Clark, a 25-year-old Moses Lake resident in Grant County Superior Court, with identity theft in the first degree and theft in the second degree. Clark and another person reportedly used a Moses Lake woman's maiden name to open up a fraudulent credit card from Kohl's. Clark reportedly told investigators she and 2 other people made 3 orders through the department store's website. No charges have been filed against the other 2 people allegedly involved in the theft. They allegedly had the orders shipped to Clark's Rainier Road home. They included clothes, hair products, linens, and a carpet cleaner. Investigators became aware of the fraud after the victim found out someone attempted to open 9 credit card accounts using her maiden name. The only one that was successfully opened was the Kohl's credit card. A man is serving more than 2 years in prison after breaking into a man's home and vehicle to find marijuana. Cody Kelly, a 20-year-old Moses Lake resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to residential burglary, theft, and vehicle prowling. Kelly, who has 5 previous felony convictions, faced between 3 years and 4 years in prison. A plea agreement led Judge John Antos to sentence Kelly to 2 years in prison and drug treatment. Kelly and another man broke into the victim's Jeep and used a crowbar to pry open the center console while the vehicle was parked at the Grant County Fair. They allegedly stole the man's wallet and cigarettes. The two went to the victim's home in Moses Lake to find marijuana and stole a video game system. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll take a short break and be right back.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local community since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Hello everyone, I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez from your One News Weather Center, brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Temperatures above the normal for this time of year for our area within the next few days. However, overnight it will feel in the teens, and that is due to those winds coming in from the north up to 10 miles per hour, making those temperatures feel much colder. Light accumulation of snow tonight into Tuesday, especially towards the Cascades, and a more active weather pattern by the end of the work week is expected around our area Thursday night into Friday. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at the almanac within the past 24 hours. Maximum temperatures in the lower 40s. It should be in the lower 30s for this time of year. In the lower 30s. It should be in the lower 20s for this time of year. Sun setting at 4:08 p.m. And for Moses Lake, maximum temperatures above the normal for this time of year in the lower 40s. It should be around 34 degrees. Record high of 50 degrees in 2002, and the low in the mid-20s. Sun setting at 4:08 p.m. And right now outside your door, our current temperatures in the lower 30s, mostly cloudy skies. Those winds coming in from the north from 7 up to 10 miles per hour. Due to those winds, those temperatures will feel much colder, around the teens overnight. Precipitation coming through around our area overnight into Tuesday. However, dry conditions are expected by Wednesday with lots of cloud cover around the state. The next chance for precipitation will be Thursday night into Friday, as a stronger system will approach our area, bringing us some unsettled conditions. In the meantime, temperatures towards the coastal area ranging from the 50s to the mid-upper 40s with lots of cloud cover, some precipitation towards northern parts, and towards the Yakima Valley, temperatures in the lower 40s. The inland northwest, those temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Let's go ahead and take a look at those temperatures within our Columbia Basin. Temperatures ranging from the mid 30s to upper 30s. 39 degrees for Moses Lake will be the maximum temperature for Tuesday. Bridgeport in the mid 30s, I apologize, and the Ephrata in the upper 30s. Let's go ahead and take a look at the extended forecast for the week. There is a light chance of precipitation for Tuesday. Temperatures in the upper 30s. The chance of precipitation will be mainly towards the Cascades. and the 30% chance around our area. Mostly cloudy skies for Wednesday. Dry conditions are expected, but another system approaching our area, bringing us some unsettled conditions Thursday overnight into Friday. Friday will be the main threat, with temperatures in the upper 30s. Dry conditions for the weekend. We'll be right back with sports.
You don't need me to tell you that 4 and all-wheel drive time is on its way. But maybe you didn't know your local Toyota dealers are gearing up for the season with special savings on our top-selling 4 and all-wheel drive models. From tough Tundra trucks to our best-selling CUV RAV4 or Venza, the perfect blend of all-wheel drive with safety and style. Plus many others. The bottom line is exceptional 4 or all-wheel drive savings just in time for winter. For full details on these and other savings, visit any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. There's something new and exciting happening right now at your nearest Toyota dealer. It's the arrival of the all-new 2014 Corolla, now featuring a new stylish exterior, plus a premium interior loaded with technology, including Toyota's N-Tune multimedia system with navigation. Corolla has definitely evolved. The best part is, right now you could take advantage of special introductory savings. The new 2014 Corolla, available at any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Big Bend basketball recorded a couple of wins on the hardwood over the weekend. Reporter Sean Wells has a story.
It was a dominating performance for the Reading Vikes over the Peninsula Pirates. The Vikes jumped out to a 41-24 halftime lead and cruised in the second half for the 86-58 win. A.J. Miles had 12 points for the Vikes, hitting 2 of 4 from 3, while Sean Spencer had 10 points and 5 rebounds. Playmaker Donovan Wright led the way for Big Ben with 21 points and this monster dunk.
Steal by Donovan Wright, quickly pushes up the floor and slams down the dunk.
You saw that one coming.
In the second game of our doubleheader, it was the Lady Vikings hosting Mount Hood. Another strong opening for Big Ben put them on top 42-28 at half.
Gotta have some movement.
A nice pull-up jumper and hits it.
The Lady Vikings shot 50% from 3 in the first half and held on to knock off Mount Hood 85-67. Aubrey Vale had 18 points and 10 rebounds, knocking down 4 3-pointers. Riley Jamette finished with 15 points and 7 boards, while Deanna Manning had 11 points and 8 rebounds for Big Ben.
Able to connect, but Vale's there to follow up the shot and makes it.
Good hustle by Vale.
For Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
Winley with a nice move and gets the roll.
Moses Lake opened up Big 9 league play with wins over Wenatchee at home Saturday.
McKenna Walker drained 29 points to lead the Chiefs to a lopsided 72-34 win over the Panthers. The game was never in doubt as Moses Lake was on top of its game from the get-go. The Chiefs led 54-21 at the end of the third quarter. Coach Matt Strophe pulled his starters midway through the fourth. The team didn't miss a beat as Moses Lake cruised to a 38-point victory. The Chiefs extend their win streak to 6 games with the lopsided win. Moses Lake leads the Big 9 Conference at 2-0 in the standings. The girls are back on the hardwood Tuesday when the number 4 ranked Chiefs host number 6 ranked Walla Walla. It was a real battle in the second game that saw 6 ties and the lead change hands 4 times. Wenatchee got the tip, but Moses Lake got the first bucket of the contest from Cesar Sandoval. A quick foul on the big man drew jeers from the home crowd. The Chiefs and Panthers traded buckets throughout the first half that had Moses Lake up 47-44 at the break. The Chiefs put 19 third-quarter points on the board to Wenatchee's 14 to stretch their lead to 66-58. Moses Lake outscored the Panthers 18-14 in the final 8 minutes to win it 84-72. Sandoval finished with 31 points and 9 boards. Tyson Karstetter knocked down 14, and Derek Martinez and Alex Reed added 11 each. Moses Lake moves to 2-0 in the Big 9 standings and 3-0 overall with the win. The Chiefs travel to Walla Walla Tuesday to take on the Blue Devils.
Ephrata boys basketball picked up a big 81-50 road win at Selah Saturday to move to 3-0 in CWAC League play. Lloyd Burleson led the Tigers' attack with 18 points. Gunnar Blankenship added 16, and Josh Johnson finished with 10. Ephrata is 5-0 overall on the season and will put its undefeated record on the line Saturday when the teams host Wapato. The girls dropped their game to the Lady Vikings to fall to 1-1 in league play. Moses Lake wrestlers got past 20 teams to take first in the Inland Empire Classic at Central Valley High School. The Chiefs finished with a team total of 250 points. Post Falls was second with 232.5. Moses Lake was led by Jesus Corneo, Trey Long, and Hudson Mosseth, who placed first in their weight class. The Chiefs are back on the mat Tuesday in Wenatchee. We'll be right back after this.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Our spotlight story tonight is about Ephrata's Miracle on Main Street celebration that was filled with activities on Saturday. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
Sunny skies and cool temperatures kicked off Ephrata's Miracle on Main Street Saturday. The annual event is sponsored by the Ephrata Chamber of Commerce and got underway with the Jingle Bell Fun Run at 11 a.m. More than 150 Grand County runners took to the streets to cover either the 1-mile or 3-mile courses. Some were out to set the best time, while others dressed for the occasion and made it a family affair. A few also seemed determined to work off their Thanksgiving leftovers. Ephrata resident Don Molitor used the race as a tune-up for his first half marathon next year and tried to keep pace with his nephew, 14-year-old Hayden Loomis of Cooley City.
Oh, this is a great little track. We're going to have fun, and next year I'll give Hayden better competition.
At the beginning, he passed me, so then I was like, well, I'm just going to keep my pace. I would catch him at the top of the hill, and then once I caught him, then I was trying to stay in front of him and keep my pace.
Organizers said the turnout was higher than anticipated thanks to the sunshine, and while no one got a trophy for finishing first, participants at least got to take home a t-shirt for crossing the finish line. With the race in the books, the Ephrata Recreation Center opened its doors for a cavalcade of holiday family activities. Children and their parents got to take part in everything from making Christmas cards to decorating holiday flower pots and cookies, an art contest, and games while waiting for their turn to sit on Santa's lap. Members of the Ephrata High School dance team, along with many other community volunteers, chipped in to put it all together, and Chamber of Commerce Director Danielle Langley said the event's one of the highlights of the season for residents.
Yeah, it's been really good. We had a larger turnout at the fun run than we expected, which is wonderful. And this is about standard. We usually have a really good turnout for the kids' activities, and Santa's always a really big draw. We actually started back in August, just because I had my son on Halloween. So we've been planning this for quite a few months, and the last couple weeks have been crazy, just the final push and making sure everything has been in. But it's gone pretty smooth, and everything's came together. There haven't been any too big of disasters yet.
As night descended on downtown, the lighted parade got underway with vehicles of all shapes and sizes decked out in their Yuletide best. Ephrata's 1161st Transportation Company led the way, passing out candy along with Girl Scout Troop 4567, the Grand County PUD, Inland Oil, Ephrata Raceway Park, and local vendors. The parade culminated with Old St. Nick taking one last ride through town with some help from the Ephrata Fire Department before heading back to the North Pole. In Ephrata, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
Welcome back. State legislators are looking for students interested in participating and witnessing the legislative process. Representatives Judy Warnick and Matt Manueller are asking children between the ages of 14 and 16 years old to apply for the Legislative Page program. They represent the 13th District, which includes Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, and Warden. Participants spend a week attending Page School, learn about how state government works, and assist legislators on the House floor. At the end of the week, students propose a mock bill for other students to consider. Pages receive $35 a day while participating in the program. Interested students can print an application from links posted online with this story at i501.com/news. Extra DUI patrols are in effect until January 1st in Grant County. The Central Basin Traffic Safety Task Force is reminding drivers not to get behind the wheel if they've been drinking or using drugs, and finding a designated driver is the #1 priority. The task force reminds people marijuana is legal to use, but it is not legal to drive while impaired from using it. A DUI can result from the use of any impairing drug. The task force urges drivers to find a safe way home before holiday festivities begin, and if you see an impaired driver, call 911. A convicted sex offender is going back to jail after failing to register his address for a third time. Jose Oliva, a 32-year-old transient, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to failing to register as a sex offender. Oliva has previous convictions for failing to register as a sex offender in 2012 and 2008, and child molestation in 2002. Grant County Superior Court Judge John Antos sentenced Oliva to 6 months in jail. Oliva was convicted of child molestation in the first degree in 2002 and was released from the prison in 2007. In Northwest news, 70 cats that were hoarded by one woman in Oregon are now being cared for by volunteers. The cats are doing well and will soon be ready for adoption. Tammy Tremblay has the story.
There are so many of them, like Dina.
Beautiful black cat with green eyes. And this is Carson, the most talkative cat on the planet. He always talks to us when we come in.
Thanks to volunteers like Elizabeth Lyon, they each now have their own crate and their own food.
This little girl is just amazing. She was so skinny. You know, with that many cats, they weren't all able to compete for food.
This is what the Ontario Feral Cat Project saw in November after the Malheur County Sheriff investigated the reported hoarding situation. Cynthia Allen could now face animal neglect or animal cruelty charges.
She got the van because she had the cats and drove them to Texas and back, so they had a 3-month road trip. And I can't imagine being in a van with 70 cats for 3 months.
Allen told police she thought she was helping the animals, but most of them ended up with upper respiratory infections because of the poor living conditions, which impacted many of their eyes.
See where his eye has an incision? It was right out on his cheek. And so he's doing just perfectly. He will be ready to be adopted, probably. Well, if he gets over that cold. This little cat, you see she's had one eye removed already. And we thought both eyes were blind. And when the vet was working on her, she was starting to remove the second eye, and it turned out that the conjunctiva was just sealed shut. And so she was able to cut through that, and this cat still has an eye, and we're just so grateful for that. That's really a miracle.
Lion says the community really stepped up, donating supplies for the cats so they can take care of them. A woman on the East Coast even heard about the story and wanted to help.
And she called and asked what she could do, and she wanted to put these adoption kits together.
Someone stole toys donated to the Salvation Army in Port Angeles. The community is pitching in to make sure children still can get some toys for the holidays. Ted Land has the story.
Some of those things were recovered in the alley by the policeman and brought back to us.
They got in through an unlocked window, and by the time a neighbor noticed something suspicious and called police, the thieves made off with armfuls of donated toys and 4 bicycles.
You know, we haven't inventoried it yet, but we're estimating in excess of $1,000. Yeah.
And now this small branch of the Salvation Army in Port Angeles has to find replacements.
We're very sad to see that it had happened because we are doing our best to give away whatever we can give away to whoever needs it. I feel sad that they felt the need to steal it.
But already the community is trying to make things right.
Some of these kids don't have what we have, so we're just giving back to them.
When 11-year-old Hunter Robinson heard about what happened, he ran to his room and grabbed $20 from his savings.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is just awesome. I'm so proud of you.
I wanted to help the children in need.
His sister Natalie found $17.
I'm challenging everybody to bring in, match this or bring in what they can.
It's all about what the spirit of Christmas is all about.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.